Hi guys! I am Cassie and I love doing makeup. It's been a passion of mine for a while now. I've been watching YouTube forever and I've been wanting to do this forever. So I'm really excited that I finally filmed a video, and my first one was doing my beautiful roommate Carly's makeup, and we did sort of like a smoky, glittery sort of date night and dramatic look for the first one. So if you guys want to see how to achieve this look, please keep on watching. Thanks. We're going to start by priming Carly's face, and today we're going to be using the Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 Prime Set Refresh Spray, and we're going to be using that to prime and set her makeup. We're just going to spray that on her face. This foundation, Carly's, is a lot, and I like it on her skin a lot, so I'm going to use this. It's the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus Illumination Full Coverage Cream. It looks like this. And that's what we're going to be using for her foundation. Medium tan is her shade. It's on the back of this. I'll use this little flat brush to apply it. It's literally from Walmart. It's the Glam and Beauty brush. It's just like the flat brush like this, and it came in like a little set. So I'm going to take that straight off the back of my hand and just put that on the face. I use my Sigma Flat Kabuki F80 brush, and it looks like this. It's pretty old. I got it like for Christmas last year, but I really like it. It blends out the foundation really well, and it does it really fast, and it doesn't pick up a lot of product. Using the RCMA No Color Powder to set her face, and it looks like this in the container, and I love the product, but the container is obviously like not very practical. So I used to use the Makeup Forever Ultra, just the HD definition powder, and it looks like this, and I loved it. I just like haven't repurchased it, and I've been liking the RCMA No Color Powder because you can bake with it, set with it, whatever you want. So I just pour it into here to make it a little more practical and like easier to get with my brush. I'm just gonna set her face with that. I'm gonna also set her eyelids because I did put foundation on her eyelids, and I'm gonna be putting eyeshadow over it, so I'm gonna set that so that the eyeshadow goes over it more smoothly. So next we're gonna be using the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer. And Carly's in the shade Medium, and we're going to use that for her under eyes. I purposely, with the setting powder, kind of went around her under eye area, but I knew we were going to be concealing it, so it's not going to go over any powder. I'm just going to use that same flat brush that I used to put on her liquid foundation. Okay, and then I am going to use a beauty sponge for this to get closer to her under eye. I am gonna bake her under eye using that same RCMA No Color powder. So I'm just gonna take that on the beauty sponge, like this. And then I did bring that up to where her crease would end when I do her eyeshadow, so that it kind of prevents the fallout from going onto that part of her face. We're gonna start with the eyebrows. And Carly and I both use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer. And we're both in the shade Soft Brown, but I love this because it has the spoolie on one side, but then the other side is like angled to the shape of your brow. And it really helps when going over the brow. It's really seamless and it's really easy to do. It makes it easier whenever it's shaped with your brow. So we're using that. Okay, now I'm going to be setting Carly's eyebrows with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. At first, I didn't know if I would like it, and it does kind of feel weird on your brows throughout the day, but they literally don't move, and everyone that I've tried this on literally loves it, so I'm using that to set her brows. Okay, now that the brows are done and set, we're going to start on the eyeshadow. And this is a smoky look, so I'm going to be using kind of a combination of palettes. Whenever I do smoky looks, I don't like it to look too dark or cool toned. I like it best whenever I can incorporate warm tones to kind of blend it out and make it look really seamless. So that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to start with more lighter, warm colors and then bring in the darker black colors at the end. So I'm mainly going to be using the JACLYN Hill palette by Morphe for this, and I love this palette. I can't say enough about it. It literally has so many possibilities for looks in here, and it's just literally the best. So we're going to be using that. Okay, so we're going to be starting with a transition shade, and to do that I'm going to be using these two colors right here, and I'm going to just blend that into her crease to start off. To blend this out, I'm going to be using the IT Cosmetics blending brush. I don't know what it's called, but it looks like this. It's just a silver, really fluffy blending brush, and I've really been thinking of this. Mix those two colors. Okay, now that the transition shade's on, I'm going to be using a little bit darker shade that's still warm. This one. And it's just like these two, but a little bit darker, but it still has warm tones. So I'm just going to use that to begin to darken the look. This is what her eyes look like so far, just the darker transition shades in there right now. Okay, now I'm going to start to incorporate the darker shades. So I'm going to use this dark brown color right here that's right above the black. Make sure you're keeping that color very low in the crease so that it doesn't go too far up, because like I said, you want the blending to be seamless from darker into lighter into warmer until it just kind of fades out. So by keeping those darker colors lower, you'll achieve that more easily. Okay, now I'm going to continue with the sort of brownish, darker shades, but I'm going to go even darker, so I'm going to use this brown down here. So this is the one I was using, and as you can see, this one's just a little bit darker and starting to transition into that black. And keeping this color low again. Okay, so now at this point, I'm going to go back in with the transition shade, the mixture of the two colors that I used, and just make sure everything's blended out up at the top of your crease. Now we're ready to incorporate more of that black color. So the very bottom lower color in this. This is a really good black because it's intense, but it's easy to blend out if you want to. Okay, so for this part, I'm going to start packing it on first and then blend it out since it's a darker color and I really want it to be packed on the outer corner. So I'm going to be taking another one of the brushes I got in like the $5 pack at Walmart. They're called Glam and Beauty. And it just looks like this with a little pointed edge. And it's just what I use to like pack on colors at the very outer corner. It's easy to be precise with this brush. So I'm going to take that black color and this brush and start packing. Okay, so now that that black color is packed on, I'm gonna just take my blending brush with nothing on it and just blend it all out. Okay, so now that that's blended out with no extra shadow at all, I'm going to take the transition shade again and go over it and just to make sure it's blended and also to warm it up a little bit and make sure it's not too dark. Okay, so now comes the fun part where we can start to use glitter on the lids. And for this, I'm going to use the Stila, like the glitter liquid eyeshadows. And this is in the shade Kitten Karma. So we're just going to apply that right onto the lids and then blend it out, which I'll show you in a second. Okay, so for this part, it's really easy for the liquid eyeshadow slash glitter to transfer onto the upper crease, but I'm going to blend it out. I'm just going to be using this one that looks like this. It's from Ulta, just a regular flat packer brush like that. Now I have that liquid glitter blended out, and I'm going to also put a glittery eyeshadow over top of it to set it. So to set that, I'm going to be using probably a mixture of these two eyeshadows in the JACLYN palette. portion is pretty much done, but we're just gonna kind of do the finishing touches. So we're gonna highlight her brow bone and her inner corner, both with this second shade here in the JACLYN Hill palette, and I love it. It's great for highlighting your brow bone especially, and highlighting your inner corner. So I'm just gonna use that small little packer brush to get really close in there and do that. Okay, so now I'm just going to be wiping away her bake, and then I can start on her lower lash line. So now that that bake is on, I'm going to be using this little brush. So this is just a little angled flat brush, and it's honestly worked great for me. And you can get really close to the lower lash line, especially with this dark color that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using the black closest to her lower lash line, and then I'm going to be smoking it out with the more transition colors and kind of blend that out underneath. To blend that, I just made sure that the bottom kind of connected with the top. It's like a pet peeve of mine, but I just think it makes the look more cohesive, and yeah, I just like to connect to the lower lash line. Now I'm going to use this little packer brush. It's also good for like smoking out the under eye. Okay, so I'm going to take the two transition shades that I initially used on the brush to smoke out the lower lash line. Okay, so now we're gonna use the these little kiss lashes. We've used them once before, we're gonna use them again. Guys, so the lashes are on, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply winged liner. The reason I'm doing it after I applied her lashes is because I wanna like cover up the lash line. Okay, so I'm gonna be using this liquid eyeliner. It's literally like an off-brand like LA Colors or something. But I use it all the time, and it's just like a straight liquid eyeliner like this, and the brush is like that. I really like it, so I'm going to be using that to cover up the lash line on the lashes and also draw a little wing. So the eyeliner is on, and I'm going to be using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara to blend her fake lashes and her real lashes together. The eyes are completely done, and I don't know why I just like didn't do the contour and highlight and stuff before this, so I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna be using the Too Faced Cocoa Contour Palette. I've used this like forever. It has like any contour color you would need. It has a lighter shade and then a darker shade, and as you can tell I use the lighter shade more, but you can kind of mix them and get a more warm tone contour, and that's what I really like to do. And to do that, I'm gonna be using another one of the brushes I got in the pack at Walmart for $5 called the Glam and Beauty brushes. And it just looks like this, and it's like perfect for contouring and also highlighting, I think. So I'm just gonna mix those two colors together. Okay, so now to apply blush. Carly doesn't like a lot of blush. She normally doesn't use any blush on herself, so I'm just going to keep it light today. And I actually got this blush for free in like a birthday thing from Sephora. It's the Tarte Amazonian Clay blush, and it's in the shade Party with 3 A's. And I'm just going to be using that to apply curly splash with the same brush that I was using. Okay, so now to highlight, I'm going to be using the Nicole Guerrero highlighting palette, and I'm going to be using the Forever Young shade. I'd show you guys, but my palette is like two of the things are shattered, so if I were to hold it up, it would fall apart. But it's like the pinkish shade like this in the middle on the top row. Okay, so now she's highlighted to the gods, and all we have left to do is lips. So we're going to be using one of the lipsticks from the Coco collection by Kylie Cosmetics, and it looks like this. It's like a dark purpley shade with a little bit of red in it, and it's in the shade Gorge. Okay guys, so this is the completed look. Yeah, we hope you enjoyed watching, and go ahead and subscribe because there's going to be a lot more videos. This is our first one, so show us some love. Bye!